What's up guys? We just finished a road trip around Namibia, and in this video, we're gonna give you the perfect itinerary so you can plan your own adventure. So hope you enjoy it.
Namibia is located in the southwest of Africa and is considered to be one of the driest sub-Saharan African countries. Home to the vast Namib Desert, a wide variety of wildlife, deep canyons, and a sprawling coastline, Namibia has some spectacular scenery. And with just over 2.5 million inhabitants, it's one of the most sparsely populated countries in the world. In this video, we show the top sites in Namibia. All of the places we mention are within driving distance of each other and are possible to visit in a 10 to 14 day road trip. If you have less time, you can also pick and choose which places interest you most. Make sure to watch until the end, as we'll also share a few of our top travel tips for the country. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. If you're coming from abroad, you'll most likely be arriving in the capital city of Windhoek, which is located in the center of Namibia. It's also the most convenient location to start your road trip, as the majority of car rental companies are located here. Pick up your 4x4 rental car and start your adventure. We opted for a Jeep with a roof tent, which is a great option if you want to save on accommodation costs and want an immersive nature experience. If you arrive during the day, it's possible to drive to the first highlight on the same day. Situated roughly 230 kilometers north of Windhoek, it takes about 3.5 hours to drive to Waterberg Plateau. The majority of this drive is on a tarred road, with a small dirt section near the end. Rising from the Namibian plains like a giant fortress, Waterberg Plateau National Park is named after the tabletop mountain that dominates the landscape here. The park offers a unique blend of history, wildlife, and hiking trails. We hiked the short Waterberg Wilderness Plateau Trail, which was a guided trek to the summit. Being 150 meters above the plains, the views of the Kalahari Savannah are definitely rewarding from here. During these 2 hours of walking, we also learned about the various plants, animals, and Herero people living in the area. Etosha National Park is the must-see game reserve in Namibia. It's home to the largest salt pan in Africa, as well as an abundance of wildlife. Here, you can find over 100 large and small mammal species, including elephants, hyenas, zebras, rhinos, lions, cheetahs, and giraffes, among others. Given the size of Etosha National Park, we recommend staying at least a few days here. Coming from Waterberg Plateau, it's best to enter the park through the Namutoni Gate. Go for a game drive up to Stinkwater and spot elephants near Okavi. Then, drive from Namutoni to Okakweho via Halali, while spotting a lot of other animals. On your last game drive, make your way up to the Dolomite Resort and exit through the Galton Gate. Next, drive through the spectacular Damaraland region, home to the Damara people and unique landscapes that were sculpted by time and wind. Make sure to drive slowly and stop at several picturesque photo spots along the way, where you can breathe in this spectacular landscape. In Damaraland, there are a few places of interest. First, Twyfelfontein is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and boasts the largest concentration of rock engravings in southern Africa. Imagine a vast open-air museum etched with depictions of animals, hunting scenes, and mysterious symbols. We explored this with a guide who explained why the San people made so many engravings in this area.
So why these people did these engravings was for them a way they communicate between each other. So in a way of showing, for instance, what animals you could find here or in the area. But then also in the other hand where water was. But then also for them was a way they educate, they teach each other. So these hunters, for instance, also had to know the animals, which animals were dangerous, which ones you could hunt. But then they also had holy, sacred animals.
There's also a great campsite in this area and some beautiful hikes that you can do to find views. We hiked up one of the taller rock formations near our campsite at sunset and were rewarded with spectacular vistas. The second highlight of the Damaraland area is Brandberg, the country's highest mountain. Located roughly 150 kilometers south of Twyfelfontein, this massif is nicknamed the Burning Mountain due to its fiery glow at sunset. But the real magic lies in the ancient rock art. The details and craftsmanship of these paintings is absolutely beautiful. And if you're lucky, you can even spot the rare desert elephants here. We didn't see them ourselves, but had heard stories from locals that they come through the area from time to time. Located in southern Damaraland, Spitzkoppe is the region's most impressive site. Translating to pointy head in English, this massive slab of granite rises abruptly from the flat desert plains. Hiking trails wind through this scenery, leading you past colossal boulders and incredible rock formations. Climb onto one of the granite rocks and enjoy a truly magical spectacle. The rock pool and rock arch were our favorite sunset spots. For a challenging endeavor, climb to the top of Spitzkoppe. This area boasts a rich Bushman history, and during a guided walk at Bushman's Paradise, you can learn all about it. Our guide even showed us the 4 clicks that are used in that language.
So we have got 4 clicks. Bushman clicks. 4 of them.
From Spitzkoppe, it's a relatively short drive to get to Cape Cross at the coast. This reserve has over 100,000 seals, making it the largest breeding colony of Cape fur seals in the world. These animals are also called the stinky seals, and the reason why they're so stinky is that many pups unfortunately don't make it through their first year. They pass away from getting trampled, drowning, or hitting the rocks on the shore due to large crashing waves. As a result, the smell in the area becomes very stinky. If you have an extra day, you can drive up to Tora Bay along the Skeleton Coast. This desert coastline is famous for shipwrecks swallowed by fog and sand, as well as whale bones scattered across its shores. In Tora Bay, you'll find a campsite right on the beach, boasting amazing sunset views. Known as the adventure capital of Namibia, Swakopmund and Walvis Bay are a true haven for thrill seekers. Perfectly located between the Atlantic Ocean and the Namib Desert, there are plenty of outdoor activities here. From dolphin and whale watching to sandboarding and skydiving, there's no lack of things to do. Our favorite activity was riding a quad bike deep in the sand dunes. Not only does the ride itself make for an exhilarating experience, but the feeling of freedom and being fully surrounded by nature's great desert wilderness is the icing on the cake. The dunes are huge, and you'll access areas that can't otherwise be reached, not even with a 4x4. You have to do this as a guided tour, and we left a link to the one we joined in the description below the video. There are also stunning and unique places nearby Swakopmund that are worth visiting. These include Sandwich Harbor, the Pink Lake of Walvis Bay, and the Desert Moon Valley. At the latter one, you can even hike into the small valleys and oddly shaped rocks. Sossusvlei is Namibia's #1 highlight. It's located in the Namib Naukluft Park and is surrounded by some of the world's highest sand dunes, reaching nearly 400 meters or 1,300 feet. We recommend spending at least 2 full days here to truly take in this unique landscape. One of the best things to see in the area is Deadvlei, which is famous for its dead camel thorn trees sitting at the base of giant orange dunes. Another thing you can't miss is hiking Big Daddy Dune in the morning, which is the highest sand dune in the area and has spectacular views. You can even run down to Deadvlei from the top of Big Daddy Dune. If you want to take in the beauty of the area with a little less heat, then there are a few other activities to try. These include watching the sunset from the hidden gem site of Elim Dune, exploring the Sesreem Canyon, which is the only shaded attraction in the area, and watching the sunrise at the famous Dune 45. This is the most popular dune in the area, but absolutely worth it to wake up early for. If you're lucky enough to be visiting Namibia for 3 weeks or more, there are a few highlights that you can add to your itinerary. Building on the road trip itinerary that we just suggested, we would also add the extreme south of Namibia. You can explore the port town of Luderitz, which is steeped in colonial history and is the gateway to the eerily beautiful ghost town of Kolmanskop. Further inland lies the majestic Fish River Canyon, which is Africa's largest canyon. Here, you can hike its depths or admire its vastness from scenic viewpoints. Before you cross the South African border, you can also find the otherworldly Quiver Tree Forest. As we promised at the beginning of our video, we'll now share a few things we learned on our trip around Namibia. First, Namibia's beauty lies in its vastness, but that also means many roads are unpaved gravel tracks. While a standard car might manage some stretches, renting a 4x4 is a must for this country. It gives you the ground clearance and sturdiness that you need to handle rough roads confidently. And as most of Namibia's roads are dirt, it's essential. We left a link to the 4x4 company we booked with in the description below the video. Long stretches of Namibia boast stunning scenery, but there are also very long distances between towns. This means limited access to gas stations and shops. To avoid getting stranded in the middle of nowhere, Stock up on food, water, and essential supplies whenever you're in a town. This ensures that you have everything you need for the journey ahead and allows you to fully appreciate the remoteness of the landscape. Make sure your 4x4 also comes with a cool box or mini fridge, so you can keep things fresh for days at a time. Namibia's climate varies depending on the region. Generally, the best time to visit is between April and October. This time offers sunny skies with mild temperatures, making it perfect for exploring outdoors. However, nights in the desert areas can get surprisingly cold. Pack many layers so you can adjust to the temperature swings. Temperatures can drop as low as freezing in some desert regions at night. If you're not a fan of heat, avoid the hottest months, which are from November to March, especially in the desert regions where temperatures can soar. If you're planning your Namibia road trip, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code in the description below the video. We also included important links that you'll need for your Namibia road trip in the description, such as a map with places to stay. We'll catch you on the next adventure.